Hi everyone, very happy to see you again. For those who missed us yesterday, we actually did a deep dive on cloud infrastructure and on AI. And today I'm in front of you. So ask me all the questions that you want. It could be technical, it could not be technical if you don't want to, but let's have a discussion together.
Well, that's good. Hello, everyone. Again, we're here with Seven Tarak. Let's deal with your questions regarding AI, mastering AI, prompt engineering, and whatever questions you have about the tools, platforms, whatever you have. I have a ton of questions anyway, but uh, let's start with you.
Let's with me.
No. I meant the audience. No, you're not
Okay.
the one to ask the questions, of course.
It's
You're
good.
not the one
And
to
I
ask
love
the
the
questions.
title actually because with a title like that, it's very interesting because I see the best engineers in the world who are very technical asking themselves this question every single day: how to master AI prompt engineer. So you're very good in the way you write because this is a very technical topic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. What? Uh, Let me start with a quick question. While uh, the audience are joining, let's start with uh, what is AI? The AI, the knowledge of AI everyone has is ChatGPT, the cloud, the uh, what have you? What exactly is artificial intelligence? Uh,
What is so the question is for me, what is artificial
yeah,
intelligence? I have no
yeah,
idea. Like I am using because AI means for me everything and nothing at once. For example, for us, we really apply. We're very specific on applying AI to a specific domain. You could have domain, for example, like rv.ai, but are very specific on law, as we are very specific on cloud. So I really don't know if I have a proper definition on what AI is, but I do believe that we are using everyday AI. It could be ChatGPT, it could be Zempra code base, it could be Lovable. So I do believe that we are using AI every single day, and AI is becoming part of the way we live today. But a pure definition, I don't have one.
so what I mean, one thing I mentioned earlier was the difference between uh, AI has a machine and AI has a tool, right? When people interact with uh, ChatGPT chat box and all, is that the real AI they're speaking to, or that is just I mean, a user interface, the
It's
user
no matter
interface
what,
just interacting with him?
yeah. No matter what, at the end of the day, as we are not building like LLM ourselves, every time we use AI, it's through an interface. Is what we call human machine interface. So you could use um, ChatGPT, for example. You could use, for example, voice. It's an interface. You could speak. You could write. It's a way of communicating with AI as well. So I don't have a proper definition. Like I think MIT has a great definition that we can all look at. But I do believe that yes, when we communicate with AI, we communicate through interfaces. It could be through our voice, through speech, through writing, or it could be like directly on product like Lovable, Infracode Base, ChatGPT, Bolt, and so on. Yes.
So now, this will take me to the next question I want to ask you.
Mhm.
Now, people wants to use AI
Yes.
and they don't know the exact AI to use, right? Uh, I mean, for example, now we're looking at your platform yesterday, and some persons
Yes.
were asking if they could use this to design, if they could use it to vibe code and all, but it wasn't built for that. You understand? So that means different AI tools, AI platforms
Yes.
for different purposes. Now,
Yes.
for someone who wants to, who is not AI savvy, but wants to use AI,
Yes.
on their job. What should guide them in the kind of tool uh, they use?
I don't think it's about the tool. I think it's more about, like you said, the context. Why do they want to use AI? What do they want to accomplish with AI? For example, on Lovable, if you are using it, is to build websites, interface, and all. On our platform, on our product, is to be able to create cloud infrastructures. So it's not about technology. It's about what do we do with the technology and how can we use them. So it's about why I'm using AI and not which product I'm using. The product doesn't really matter because you will have a lot of product today. But what really matters is what do you want to accomplish? Like, do you want to use AI to write? Do you want to use AI to build website? Do you want to use AI to build cloud infrastructures? Based on that, you will find the product.
So mm, we're looking at AI prompt engineering, right? And if you hear, of course, from the knowledge of engineering, when you hear engineering, you think of something technical tools and all. So we're saying AI prompt engineering. Now, we've looked at what AI is as a machine and as a tool. What exactly is prompt engineering? How do we? What is prompt engineering?
I'm scared of your question because I don't know how technical I can be.
Please go ahead. This
Okay.
technical. Okay.
Okay. So prompt engineering, you have a lot of schools that are speaking about prompt engineering. For example, for me, prompt engineering is the way I'm going to communicate with the machine.
Mm,
So, for example, I don't know which example I can give, which is not technical. Let's say that I want to build a website. I want to build, let's say, a video game. So by writing my prompt, I need to be very explicit about what kind of video game do I want to build. Um, what like I need to give specifications. For me, a prompt is the way I will really write a detailed specification that I can communicate or that I can share with AI for the AI to build it with me. And be careful, I didn't say for me, I said with me. AI is not supposed to build for, it's supposed to be will build with.
mm. So, you, I want to pick my next question from what you just said. AI is not supposed to build for,
Mhm.
uh, but it's supposed to build with you. Now, in a situation where you want to build something and you do not have, for example, someone who one of the viewers yesterday was asking about using AI to build a pharmaceutical
Yes.
platform. All right now, and imagine someone who is not learned in medicine or medical practice, right? But has an idea for pharmaceutical product, right?
Yes.
Now, and one of the things you said is hey, AI is not supposed to build for you. It's not supposed to build with you. But if you do not understand uh, the whole uh, business logic of what you want to build, how do you now communicate with AI to be able to get that best result from AI?
I love this question. So as we I cannot go very deep into the tech, I am an engineer,
Yes.
so okay. So for me, imagine that you're buying a Tesla. We are speaking about the car. A Tesla is an automated drive, right? But of course, the Tesla is going to drive you way more autonomous, way faster than another car, maybe. But you still need to be the one driving. You still need to be the one using the steering wheel. It is the same thing with AI. AI is basically a tool for the mind for you to be able to build faster, more secure, but you still need to be the one having the steering wheel. So that's why I said I'm not saying you should AI is going to replace you or AI is going to build the stuff for you, is going to build with you. So use AI as a copilot.
And doing with you. No, uh, if you want to communicate with AI uh, uh, effectively,
Yes.
do you have any steps to take? For example, let's assume I want to develop something and I want AI to do for me. What
I
steps
said
would you
not for you. I said with
advise?
you. It's very
With
important.
you?
Words are really
I will.
important.
My, yeah, I understand. I
Okay.
understand. Are there steps I need to take to achieve that effectiveness, or I have an idea in my head, I just go to AI and I just start prompting it, or are there certain steps I need to take to be able to achieve a very effective result while using AI tools?
Yes. So the first thing I would say is not even thinking about being in the product and try to prompt. The first thing that you need, I was doing a session with one of our community members earlier. The first thing that we took Notion. Because in Notion, you actually write what you want to get, you actually express yourself. Once we worked on what we really wanted and being the more explicit that you can get, then we were satisfied with the prompt, we took it and we pasted it on infracode base. By doing that, then the result was amazing because we knew what we wanted to get. So don't think about directly going into ChatGPT or all of its products. Go very simple, write it down somewhere. Once you're good with the result and you're satisfied, is imagine if you could explain a spec to another human. If the human is not able to understand, how do you think the AI will understand what you are trying to say? So for me, it's like be on Notion, write your prompt, write your spec. Once you're satisfied, copy it, paste it in the interface that you want, and click enter. Of course, it's not working.
Why do we have where do you think AI hallucinates? Right. You prompt AI sometimes, and the information you have are not correct. And what we've learned over time is that AI relies on other sources of data, right? Then why do AI hallucinate? If AI does not know, why don't AI say, sorry, I don't know, or it will still have to generate an answer for you, even if the answer is not correct? Why do you
Because
think that
imagine that you're asking a kid who is 8 years old a question. This kid will not tell you, I don't know, because he doesn't know that he doesn't know. So he will give you an answer. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 6. He doesn't know. But if you don't give the context to the person or if you don't teach the machine cannot learn. So it's exactly the same thing as if you are having a kid. AI is like a 6 years old kid. It's like it doesn't know, it cannot tell you that it doesn't know. So it's you to teach the AI how to behave in a way that is good for you and for the machine to learn. It's exactly the same thing. So that's why I hallucinates because people maybe don't know how to use it. People believe that AI is like magic. AI is not magic. AI is a tech. If you don't eat the tech, how can you? How why the tech will tell you it doesn't know, or why the tech will give you an answer that is correct? Teach.
exactly? Um, what from little personal experience, one of the things we've seen is when you prompt AI, you can prompt AI with the same question, the same prompt twice, but it will generate different answers. Um,
It's
why do you
it's,
think we
it's
have
we are going back to the same answer. It's like you teach. For example, on infracode base, it cannot happen like that. Why? Because before even going into the so how technical can I be? Like I can give an example that I'm living. Okay. So
yes, please give me that.
okay. So for example on infracode base, the first thing that we thought about is not giving a prompt or anything, but the first thing is giving the context. So we spoke about first the layers. Because we put the layers, we put the context. So when we start building, then the AI is actually going to use all of his intelligence, all of his memory, all of his context to build. But if you are going directly into the AI, not giving any context, a prompt that is not very correct, how do you want it to work? It cannot. It's us human who need to think better, smarter. It's too easy to criticize tech and say it's not working. If it's not working, it's you who don't know how to make it work.
Stay back to AI prompt engineering. I've seen people who work as an AI prompt engineer professionally, right? Now,
Yes.
can we say can we say AI prompt engineering is a technical skill? And if yes, why is it a technical skill if it's just to communicate, right? We know communication to be a soft skill, right?
Because do you know a lot of good communicators? A lot of people who knows how to really communicate. For example, I tell you, AI, you don't build. AI is not building for you. How many times did I need to repeat that AI was not building for you? AI is building with you. So we think that communication is easy. It is not easy. You don't find a lot of people who know how to really communicate with each other. So that's why it's a skills. Because first, it's about communication. Second, you really need to know what you can do. Like, for example, imagine in our world, we want to build an AWS landing zone. Yeah, sure, it's about communication, but you need to know like what kind of resources would you like in your landing zone. What kind of like you need to be technical as well. And again, AI is not limited to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is it's great. It's nothing at once. For me, you don't need to be a prompt engineer to use ChatGPT. But when you work on like legal work, cloud work, this is more complicated. This is more challenging. That's why you need to have the two skills, soft and hard skills.
So, feeling and emotions, artificial intelligence and emotions. Emotions and intent. One of the things you said earlier was uh, to get better results, effective results from AI, you need to create a context, right? AI needs to understand
Yes,
uh, the context of what you want to do, right?
yes.
What is the place of emotions in communicating with AI? Have seen people who communicate with AI and use the word sorry, please, uh, you know, being polite to AI. Does communicating in an emotional way, does it affect the result we get from AI prompt?
Apparently, it costs more tokens to say thank you than to not say thank you. So it costs more credits and so on. But for example, for me, I'm never saying thank you or anything because I'm like I'm dry. Meaning what I'm saying is like I need to be very strict about what I want to get. So I don't really know the impact of saying thank you, sorry, emotion on AI. And it's not something that I looked at because I'm not thinking about it. But I already know that yes, building AI native product myself, I know that sometimes it could cost a lot of token just to add few more letters.
Mm. What to have about the biggest mistakes you think beginners make with AI? Right.
So we are speaking about beginners in our world, or we are speaking beginners in all the fields.
No, not your word. Your word is yeah. Uh, our word is yeah. You understand?
No,
So
meaning,
in
are you
our word,
speaking about as an engineer? Or are you speaking about as someone like random who is using
it's an
AI?
everyday, as an everyday AI to user. Um, what are the bottlenecks? What do you think the biggest mistake people make when they are using AI, chatting with AI, communicating with AI?
This is what is it became very difficult for me because I'm so living in the space of, for example, code and all that. You asked me the question about code, I know how to answer. Obviously, you asked me the question about an everyday person. Like for me, using ChatGPT, let's say you have no risk. Maybe the risk is, for example, yes, the risk of data. But I wouldn't, I would never communicate my bank information to the AI, for example. But because I don't know if like I'm not thinking about it because I would never do it. So I don't know what's the risk. But in our world, the risk is like shipping code and not testing it. This is a huge risk.
let me let me ask a technical question.
Yes.
So, what happens between what I want to know what actually happens between my prompt
Mhm.
and the AI response, the series of events that happen from when I type design this website for me.
So I'm not an AI
And
engineer, just to be clear, I'm not an AI engineer. So you all of you question technical question or question like for people who are building models. So like what happened when, for example, you when you create, then you call, yeah, it's a technical answer. You it calls the machine, it calls the backend, but to be honest, I don't really know about it. Like I'm very focused in our world, right? I'm very focused on cloud and all. I'm not focused. I'm not an AI engineer. I'm not trying to be an AI engineer. They're doing an amazing job, but I'm not one.
what do you think AI, the limitations of AI, artificial intelligence?
The limitation of AI on intelligent is still a question about the limitation is context. One of the limitations could be context, like I've said earlier. If you don't give the context to the AI, then it cannot learn. That's why we also distinguish for me AI and machine learning. I believe in machine learning. If we're speaking to the common people, I believe in machine learning because, like the words is saying, you teach the machine how to behave in a predictable manner. How do you do that? By using context. So one of the things that is missing for people not for people using AI is the context. Is the quality of data that you're sharing to the AI.
Well,
But
I,
either
I,
I love your answer. I love your question because it's either both extreme. Either we take the Mister everyone, Mister Everybody on a daily basis, or we take people who are creating LLMs. But there is a word in between. For us, for example, for people like us who are using AI on a daily basis to improve the way we are doing on work, right? But there is too extreme.
so just want to check if there are questions online. I should be seeing it. Give me a moment. Send your
I was
questions
seeing
to
the
me.
question yesterday. I'm not seeing the question anymore here
Yeah,
today.
that's what I'm checking if there was something. I just want to check if there was something wrong and why I'm not seeing the questions as well. As I can see, we have people online uh, to ask about the future of AI now. Uh, so as I'm checking, I don't want to keep quiet. Where do you see AI in the next 5 years? I mean, AI is now one of the biggest industry, but where do you see where do you see AI in the next 5 years?
Where do I see AI in 5 years?
AI, yeah,
I
this
cannot. It's very difficult to answer this question because 5 years ago AI didn't exist. I mean, the AI didn't exist. AI existed for a long time, but it was not really accessible for the public. So even in the last 3 to 5 years, we have had a lot of advancement. So for me, it's like I cannot predict the future. What I can say is that again, we need to adapt fast.
there's a
Where does
question.
AI prompt comes in for AI automation? Does AI prompts for AI automation? So it depends on what do you call AI automation. For example, if you are calling AI automation the first step in AI automation is to prompt, then it's the first step. Also, to begin as a AI prompt engineer, what are learning process, especially for a beginner? Like I said earlier, you need to communicate. You need to know. Like for me, prompt engineering also means two things: soft skills, being able to communicate is your idea clearly, and also hard skills. Like, of course, you need to adapt AI to this AI automation. Please, what on up? So it's not that I was tech yesterday. Is that we are thinking about AI automation. Okay, so I'm a beginner at AI automation. Please, what roadmap can I follow? You stuck me with your questions. So I'm a beginner at AI. What's I learned AI because I was very curious. I learned AI with by taking certifications. I have more than 40 certifications today. Um, but I don't have a roadmap. Like I said, I'm not an AI engineer. So someone at AI automation, for example, when you're using NI10, for example, it is an AI automation workflow builder. You still need to know what you want to get. You still need to understand what you want to build. So maybe the first thing is thinking less about the tech and thinking more about the process. Why do you want to use AI? How do you want to use AI? In which context do you want to use AI? Um, Once you want to use AI, yeah, yeah, 40. Yes. That's why when yesterday I learned that I was too tech, I'm sorry, but I am tech. And I'm not hiding it. I have 40 certifications in DevSecOps, security, in cloud and all. So I am a very much tech guy, yes. But I'm not an AI engineer.
When we're talking about, I want you. I know you're not an AI engineer, but I want you to break this down for someone um, who just wants to move into AI, who wants to transition into AI. When we say AI automation, right? We know AI prompting and all, chatting with AI. What exactly is AI automation?
What does it mean? Like, what is AI automation for you? How would you define AI automation?
Let's give you the question.
No, no, you're asking me how would I do it. I'm asking you what's the definition of your definition of AI automation. It's not the same question. So, what is your definition of AI automation? Like I said, AI automation means, for me, everything related to automation. It means like instead of doing manual stuff, I'm doing it with intelligent to get speed and security. So for me, AI automation means, for example, on a daily basis, I can automate tasks on an item. It's AI automation. I'm building on my product infrastructure base is AI automation for cloud infrastructure. So that's why I'm asking. Like, it's not a trick. What is for you and for the public audience? What does it mean AI automation? Like, I am a tech guy. I'm very specific. So when people ask me a question, I really want to understand like what's the definition? What do you mean by AI automation?
Of course, we know what automation is.
No, because automation on cloud infrastructure is not the same thing as automation on NI10. It's not the same. Both are automation.
What?
Automating a cloud infrastructure and automating a workflow are nothing compared. When I say I'm 40 certifications, it means I have a lot of knowledge in automation. So for me, the question is, what is automation? Automated CI/CD, automation of NI10. What does it mean?
I mean, automation is simply using technology to do tasks, AI
Uh-huh.
technology to or tools to do tasks instead of having human to do them, right? Especially when you have them in an iterative manner, right? So you don't have to, in automation, of course, for example, CI/CD now, what it means is you don't the end of a task becomes the beginning of another task, right? And you just put the automation in loop and just by using some commands and all, right? So
Yes.
uh,
That's why I wanted really to mean like because I've automated a lot of workflows on NI10. I'm doing automation with our own product on cloud infrastructure management. So really like what do you automate? Forget AI. Like AI is a tech. I keep repeating it. AI is not magic. AI is not wand. AI is a tech. How do you want to use tech? And how do you want this tech to impact your everyday life? It's not a trick, but you need to be specific.
I know you're going to make this complex again, but I want to ask, right? I'm not talking about a tech. I'm asking you, from as a tech person, you as a tech person, who is speaking to someone who is a non-tech person, right? Uh, in what everyday life activities can they apply AI other than writing? I mean, one of the things we've spoken about is the only thing people use AI for is to ask questions and write, right? But
You can use
what are
AI
the
to
best
build
use?
website. For example, Lovable. You can use Lovable to build website, to build app, to build beautiful designs. This is like for me. That's why never, if the audience needs to take something from me, never think about tech first. Always think about what do I want to accomplish. Like I go to Livable is to build a website. I go to InfraCodebase is for cloud infrastructure. I go to ChatGPT is to help me write. But I'm going there. Who is an automation engine? AI automation. Who is an AI automation engineer? Someone who is like, I don't know how complex I can be or how simple I can be. How what is an AI automation engineer? Someone who is using AI to automate tasks. And I'm keep repeating myself. What kind of task do you want to automate? So don't think about AI first. Think about what do you want to do? What context do you have? And based on the context you're in, what do you want to use? And if you want to use AI, what is the interface that you're looking for? Are you looking for an interface where you speak to the AI? Are you looking for an interface where you write to the AI? Are you thinking about an interface when you need to design first? It's all about context, it's not about tech.
I think someone asked a question before that.
Could you recommend certification to take? On what? I took 40 certification on all the domain on tech, security, automation, cloud. So again, it's about context. What is your context? What do you want to learn? And how can certification help you learn them? If you have one word to take from me today, it's context. That's why we speak a lot about context engineering as well when we use AI. It's all about context.
Any more questions?
On
The person
automation,
is saying on automation.
it's not a question.
I think the
I
person is
did ask
asking.
if you have a question if you have a question and you say on automation. Okay, what is your question on automation?
If I understand this very well, I think it's a follow up
Could
on
you
how
recommend certification to
certification to
take on
take
automation?
take
Okay,
on
great.
AI.
You can take you can take three certifications, one per product. Tines, which is an amazing product for security engineer, N10 and Make. I will recommend you to take them. I took them. But again, automation it means it's very broad. Please, the audience, please be specific in your questions. Like, we're not at school. So if you ask me a question, be very specific. My goal is to help you in your everyday life. I'm not giving a class. What about cloud computing? Okay, we start. Okay, what is your question on cloud computing? And Olamide, you do this face, but you know very well. The question is we are here to serve people. If people are not specific in their question, whatever face you do, you will do the same face. We need to be specific.
I guess. I mean, it's just part of the conversation we're having. Even if you want to use AI, you
No, he
have
asked you a question.
to.
We ask a question on, sir, what about cloud computing? I like the question, but what's the question on cloud computing? That's why I said, guys, be specific. It's not a question what about cloud computing. And I'm not here to try to understand your mind, right? You're here to ask straight question. What is your question? Okay, continue. We can continue discussion.
So I mean, I was just saying, just what we're saying about if you want to get something out of AI, you have to be precise,
Specific.
right? And you have to give enough information, right? Because the response you're going to get is a function of the information you supply. So,
Yes. So you need
guys,
to
if
be
you ask me any
specific.
question, just yeah, be specific and also be explicit as possible. Explain as much as possible so that you can understand the questions you're asking. Just out of curiosity, your 40 days certifications, you took it in 2 weeks. I mean, from the last question, how did you survive that? How did you do it?
Discipline. I am someone like military. When I put my mind on something, I put my mind on something, and no matter what, I accomplish all of my goals. So it's all about discipline, discipline of your mind. No, no distraction around. You go, you work, you make it. It's all about discipline. Ah, use our product. Roadmap for a beginner to go into cloud computing and to gain leverage with the availability of AI is exactly why we build InfraCode Base today. We build InfraCode Base for people like you, for people like me, who are at the intersection of two words, AI and cloud. And today, I'm training and certification. You need to find out. Like cloud computing, do you want certification on cloud computing? It depends on what cloud you're using. For example, you have a lot of AZ on certification for Azure, right? But you have the same thing for AWS and for GCP. I'm not sure because, to be honest, certification for me are a way to learn, but it's also sometimes theories. So it really depends on who you are, what is your situation.
And also, you've mentioned platform. We're talking about cloud computing. It's not just AWS and all. I mean, what exactly cloud computing? Is it cloud engineering? Is it cloud architecture? Is it DevOps? Right. These are the things you need to know that will guide you properly in knowing what to study. Is the cloud computing is just like saying going to school. You understand? You have to know what department you are going, what faculty you are going to, what department. So, cloud computing is just an umbrella for a lot of cloud
Exactly.
profession. So, you have DevOps, you have architecture, you have FinOps, now you have system operations,
You have cloud
uh,
security.
you have cloud security. I mean, you now have DevSecOps now. You understand? So there's a lot of it. You need to be specific. Just know what you want to do. What you want to do. If you want to be an engineer, then you can look into engineering. If you want to do architecture, then you can look into architecture. Right. So there's a lot of certifications. So you have to know what you want to do first, like you said.
I don't think about don't think about certification first, I would say. Think about hands-on. So I took these certifications because I was at the step in my life where I had worked for the past 15 years and I really wanted to learn something else. So I'm 36 years old. Maybe all of the people here are younger than me. So based on that, it's also based on where you are in life. Me, I took this certification. I knew that I wanted to have more theoretical um, knowledge because this certification could really help you. But if you only do certifications without building, you're only learning theories. You need to have a mix of both. That's why my answer was on InfraCode base because it's exactly the reason why we built it.
I think that question has been answered. Any other question? Somebody
I've
else.
been learning cybersecurity for a while. I want to be an ethical hacker. How best can I use AI to boost productivity? I think it would be great if the people could come in stage with us and speak with us. Because, for example, the thing I'm reading right now, it's AI to boost productivity. Uh, what do you mean by boost productivity? Like, I like this question a lot. What does it mean, ethical hacker? What does it mean, AI to boost productivity? Why do you want to use AI to boost productivity? Again, we are still thinking about, uh, you are still thinking about tech. When I said for the past 30 minutes, we need to think about the jobs to be done, meaning in the context of workflow, what does it mean to automate a workflow in an education? Guys, be specific. It does educational setting. Like, mean to automate a workflow in an educational setting. What does it mean? What is your setting? What do you want to automate? Yeah, come on stage with us. Speak with us. I think it would be easier if we have a conversation because you are not,
Uh,
for me, you are not explicit enough. All of your questions are very high level.
so if please the link to join the
Or maybe, Olamide, you can help me understand. When people say, for example, um, I want to be an ethical hacker, how best can I use AI to boost productivity? How do you understand this question?
productivity could be uh even the sense of automation. Like, for example, I just want to I don't know in the mind of the person. I'm just trying to think for the person.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
person.
That's why I really want to understand.
So for example, as a developer now, you can use AI tools to prompt codes, right? You want to write codes, AI can help you suggest the next line and all. So that helps your productivity. So maybe a code you will spend 3 hours on a normal day can now be reduced to
But you
1 hour.
mentioned ethical hacker. So we need to do the relationship between what you're saying. Yeah.
You're right. You are right. You're right. You're right.
That's why
So
I'm saying like it's not me, it's like be specific, not you, Olamide. But when we have questions, because you're right, automation means everything. You can automate everything. But what's the relationship between automation and ethical hacker? I have a certification on ethical hacking as well. What does it mean for you, ethical hacking? So that's why I really
okay.
ask to be really specific. I mean to ensure more security for clients and products. So, but okay. So now continue and jump on stage. What continue? You want to ensure more security for clients, but what's the relationship between that and productivity? Because your goal is not productivity, it's security. So your mindset is a security mindset, it's not a productivity mindset.
What we're waiting for clarity on that. Someone is asking how to automate a workflow in an
In
educational
an
setting.
educational setting.
So it's also I think it's also a function of like you said, he's not a professional in every field, so he won't understand the workflow in every field, right? He's a tech
Me?
person. Yeah, I'm
Me, I
seeing you.
understand. I am certified on all the workflows and I 10 times and make. I'm certified on all. It's not about question of my knowledge. The question is about being explicit. What does it mean educational setting? I can create an automation, for example, to go from Stripe to ticketing system. I am in a educational setting, but so it's too broad.
We're saying the same thing. I'm just saying they need to be explicit because
Yes,
you don't know the context of the question they're asking, right? What exactly do you want to? Is it examination, marking, reporting?
exactly.
Is that what you want to automate? Is it attendance you want to automate? I mean, what exactly do you want to automate?
Exactly. And I think if I have an advice, maybe Ramid, you can follow me on that. Is in your everyday life, the more explicit you are, the better it will be. If you're not explicit, if we are not explicit between each other, how do you want to use AI today? You cannot use AI if you are not explicit enough. We don't understand the question because you are not explicit. You don't give us the context. We are humans, a human to human. That's why I said the most important part is communication. If you don't know how to communicate with me, how can you communicate with a machine? Where you still need to be more explicit that if you were, because the human will try to understand you, the machine will not try to understand you. He will directly go directly and say, "You want this? I'm going to give you a PhD on educational setting."
I think that's why most of the times when people prompt AI, they get wrong answer because it's going to work with the available information. All right, and so it's also it's a very important skill actually.
Yes.
Uh, Even when if you want to use AI, you have to be explicit as possible. I saw something you did. Was it yesterday when you wanted to prompt AI? And you said AI should ask you questions back so you can answer, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you remember. Is that
Yes.
is that is that a good method of communicating with AI? Asking AI to for feedback.
Yes, because especially when you are not very sure about the prompt and all, you can ask AI to challenge your own assumption and to help you structure your ideas. Once you use it and you better structure, then the results of this work. So of course you will spend more work at initial, but you will it will be in better quality. So yes, I'm using a lot of AI. I think I already answered the question earlier. For someone going into cloud architecture, so you have, for example, uh, again, it depends on the cloud. If you want to Azure, you need to understand as well minimum of resources. So, for example, for me, I already work on both AWS and Azure. So, for example, I looked a lot on AZ certifications that you can take to really understand. For example, if you are um, on AWS, what is a VPC? What is a resource group? What is a subnet? What is so you also need to understand and how to integrate AI into cloud architecture. I already answered. That's why we build infra code base. So maybe Ramin, you can give the link of our product as well because I think it's the same question that I
Yeah,
already answered earlier.
the link was shared to the group yesterday, but you can ask for the link again.
AZ. You go on Google, write, for example, Azure Certification Cloud Architecture. You will find this. And I, to be honest, on cloud, like on AZ and all, I didn't take a certification because I directly started my career as a cloud architect, building cloud architectures, building cloud infrastructures. So that's why I said that if you're only thinking about um, certifications without practice, I will not hire you. To be honest, I will not hire you. If you're thinking of both, a mix of both, you will be a great engineer.
From what you just said, I'm going to ask a question. Uh, you said I mean, for me also, I will always take experience and hands-on experience over certifications. Also coming from someone who has also taken certifications and all. Right now, for someone who wants to start with hands-on experience uh, before certification, what is the best way to go about it? Right now, I want to put something in context. Right, um, environment, right? For people in the Western world, right? You can easily afford £50, £100 to do whatever you want to do, right? For people in Africa, right? That's a huge sum of money.
Yes.
You understand? So, how do you start a career? Uh,
Why 50? Why do you speak about the money? You said 50 is a huge of money. Meaning, on what would you invest to say it's 50, it's big or it's small? I understand compared to I'm African myself, huh? So I understand that it's different. But what is you like? What do you think about money? You don't need to pay for to learn. You have YouTube today. Even when you use our product, you can share it with others. You don't have to buy our product. You don't need to buy for education. If you are smart enough, you can be you. I never paid for a certification. Never. I took 40. I never paid for one. Never.
Did you do it? How did you
Huh?
do it without paying for it? How did you do it without paying
Because I
for it?
use LinkedIn Learnings, it's free. I use Udemy for 7 days, it's free. Why did I do it in 7 days or in 14 days instead of 1 month? Because I didn't want to pay for anything. So I worked and I knew that I had 7 days before I was going to run out. So I took as maximum a certification. I never paid for anything. I became the way I am today with zero budget. I have zero. So you're smart enough, or no? You think that money will resolve everything? For me, I never had to pay for anything. Not because money was given, because I was thinking like, how do I learn when I don't have zero? So that's why I took certification in 7 days or 14 days because I knew that I was going to run out, and I didn't want to pay. So that's why I pushed myself to take all the certifications for free. So that's why I was asking you like $15 or 100. Why would you think about paying? I
No,
am one of the
yeah,
great people today and without paying anything.
when I was when I was learning, of course, I was learning AWS, right?
Yeah.
I incurred expenses using AWS platform after I exhausted my $100, $200 that was given. You understand? Because I want to learn, right? Learning you get right. So that's the question I'm asking. So you can have an
But I
hands-on
always thought about myself as having zero. Always in my life. I have zero. I have zero budget. How can I become one of the
become
best
one of the
with
best
zero?
hero.
Yes, mercy.
Yes, mercy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Messi, you want to
Mercy, you
ask a
want to ask a
question?
question?
Not really.
So she doesn't
So
want
she
to ask
doesn't
a
want to ask a
question, but
question,
she's
but
with
she's
us.
with us.
Welcome.
Mm, any other questions before we call it a day? Any other question? Anyone? Let me check. Okay, I mean, some more security plan. Okay, that has been answered. Okay. All the questions here have been answered. Okay. Yeah. Um,
But I really like
oh, well,
this session today. I think that it was a good one. I was actually happy about it. Thank you. Because two takeaways: it's context and being explicit, and not thinking about tech first, but what do you want to do? Do you take mentorship? If I take mentorship, is to teach cloud and AI. It's not to teach automation. It's really specific. I do a lot of mentorship, and Nolami knows it. I love teaching. Yes, but I'm very specific in the way I teach. I teach cloud and AI together on infra code base. This is what I teach. If you want mentorship and you are happy with my answer, contact me on LinkedIn. If not,
yeah.
I don't do any mentorship on general stuff. This I don't.
You hear that? Mentorship only on cloud and
On
AI.
AI.
So,
I cannot do
interested?
mentorship on AI. I do mentorship on
Cloud
AI
and
and
AI.
cloud, yes. On
Okay. Cloud and
AI
AI.
too
Cloud and
big,
AI.
I cannot do it. I will not do it.
Cloud and AI. So, cloud as the main, what's it called?
Yes.
Main focus. Then AI as a tool in cloud. So you
Yes.
understand that. So, if you're thinking of going into cloud and leveraging on AI tools, to do cloud, so that's the mentorship that it does. So, if you're interested in that, you can just search for Tarak on LinkedIn. Give him a message. Don't just let him know you're from the
I would love to mentor. I mentor Lamid sometime. So yes, I would love to. I would love to mentor if the mentorship is really explicit.
So
On LinkedIn, you can
LinkedIn.
share my LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, but let me share your LinkedIn. Let me share your LinkedIn profile on the chats from there. It's just cloud. Don't forget cloud engineering and AI. Nothing else, so that you don't get disappointed. Uh, Contest. So I'll just give me a minute to make it to LinkedIn. All right, I got that. So this is the LinkedIn post profile here. Send him if connection request, and you take it off from there. Or just search for Tarek. It's probably the only. Yeah, I mean, if you search for Tarek, it's probably going to be the first person you see. You see his face, the same face on the flyer.
Yes, you see my
All
face.
right.
Yes,
Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question?
I think we are good for today.
Yep, I think so. So
Thank you
I
so
think
much. So, two learnings: context and being explicit. And if you do that, trust me, you will be great in life. And Olamide, this session was amazing. I really liked it. I really smiled. Thank you so much. It's true.
you're
I'm
welcome.
sincere. If I wouldn't like it, I would tell you I didn't like it in front of everyone. I really loved it. I really love the question of the audience. So if you need anything, reach out to me. I would really like to help you.
You you will throw me under the bus in front of the audience.
I will tell you in person in front of the audience. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I have nothing to, but I loved it so much. And really, I would like to help you in your journey. Contact me anytime. I can do sessions with you. I can really help you. And all of me knows that I can mentor and help every one of you. So thank you so much, guys and girls.
Thank you, everyone. Just follow us on our social media for upcoming events.
I
Probably
have
next week.
another
So,
event
so
right now, but I see you soon. Thank you so much.
yeah. All
Bye.
right. Bye.